everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Droid. Welcome back to Aggie Sky, or should I say Army Mateys, and welcome back to Pirate Sky. I've been doing a little bit of grinding and a little bit of building in the background. This is still all the same. I've just added this outer platform. This is how it's built: solid block 2, 1, solid block 1, 1. And then I've been adding these. These are going to be the sides of my cargo hold. I've got my lava crucible up there creating lava. This is all the same, and I've been doing some grinding without progression, just getting some materials together. So as you can see, I've got some broken bits of metal and a couple of diamonds and emeralds. That comes from grinding gravel. Haven't done any sand or dust yet. I've built a little 3x3 farm, but I haven't done any plant development yet because I've just been getting some food together to keep me alive. Speaking of food, I have some toast sandwiches, which is made by combining 2 bits of toast, and they are some nourishing meals for me. I don't know why a toast sandwich is considered nourishing, but it is. And now I just want to do some quest completion with you guys. So let's start and we'll go through as we go, because I just wanted to get some of the early quests out of the way. So let's start off with learning to skyblock, and we'll start with millstones, making flour. So to make flour we need to have 3 bits of cooked stone, which is, I don't know why this comes before the furnace. It says this comes before the furnace, but you need 3 pieces of cooked stone to make it. But there we go. There's some flour. Get my millstone back. And that completes the quest millstones. So I'll grab my reward bag and I'll grab some bread. I will put that away. I'll put the bread on to cook because the bread is a nourishing light meal, and I would actually like to make it into a nourishing meal. The next quest is slab furnace. I don't know why this comes after the millstone. You need cooked stone to do it. So I could go with an enchanted bone crook, but bone crooks break very quickly and they can't be repaired, so I'm just going to go with a reward bag and hope I get something cool. And I'll put that away, and I'll put the coal in here. The next quest I'm going to be looking at doing is the auto miner quest. Actually, no, not the auto miner quest, the mossy cobblestone quest. So mossy cobblestone quest, this is how you put auto repair on tools that have 3 slots on them, and it requires moss stone and a ball of moss to complete. This is one way to get moss stone. You put barrels full of water and you surround them with cobblestone, and then you'll see that one of these has 90% water. Basically every tick there's a random chance that 10% of the water will disappear and one of these will become mossy cobblestone. But there's a quicker way. We take some cobblestone, we put 7 of it into a crafting bench. We add, sorry, I need some wheat. We add a bit of wheat, we add kuble, and we add 2 bits of water, and that gives us 1 bit of mossy cobblestone apiece. So you can see we're going to need quite a bit, because what we need actually is we need basically 10 mossy cobblestone. Now we do have 2 waiting over there, so this isn't going to be too difficult, because with this we've got 6, 7, 8, oh sorry, 7. Need a little bit more stone, which I have, and this will be 8, and then I'll mine the 2 that have come up over here. This is why this is actually a much more efficient way of doing it. There is a later way of doing it where you can use a machine. I almost lost it there. Where you can use a machine, but I don't like doing that. So I've got my mossy stone. Actually, you only need 9 because it detects it afterwards. But there we go. There is that complete. And I get another piece of moss. Now what I have is I have this. This has has 2 free slots on it because it's been upgraded recently and it got another slot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my tool forge, pop this in and pop in a ball of moss, and that makes it into a mossy axe, which will slowly repair it. This is almost dead, so I'm going to actually have that repairing as well at the same time. So what that does is while they're in my hotbar or while they're in my inventory, they'll repair themselves. They don't repair themselves outside your inventory, but while they're in your inventory they will. The next step is auto miner that I want to do. So the auto miner requires a stone miner and a cobblegen upgrade. Stone miner, you've seen me make these machines from this mod before. You need an axe, you need the appropriate machine tool, a furnace, and stone. And that gives us the stone miner. Now the cobble gen is slightly different. The cobble gen requires me to go and get a bucket of lava, which is why I have 2 clay buckets set up. So I need a bucket full of lava, and this will destroy this clay bucket, but that's fine. Clay is not hard to come by anymore, now that I have such an abundance of water. So I have this and this. I need to put the stone miner in the middle, and then it's stone around it. And there's my cobble gen upgrade. Now, if I built another stone miner on top of that, I could have this generating cobblestone. In my personal opinion, at the moment, you're just better off mining the cobblestone. But that's my personal opinion. I'll pop this away in here for now. The flour can go away in here along with that, because I don't need it. So, next quest we're going to be aiming towards. I could do a power driver, which is a stone generator which allows me to power these things more efficiently. But I want to get some metal going. So we're going to go over to Tinker Toys, and our next quest is to create a crafting casting table. So casting table goes up and over, and there's my casting table. Easy quest. It gives me a slime sapling and some aluminium brass. And what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to pop that slime sapling down so that it gets growing almost immediately. Meanwhile, my chopper's been working away, and it's got some wood and some apples and some oak saplings. I did give it a bit of hand by using my watering can to grow that. So we have our casting bench, and our casting bench goes underneath the drain, and we also need a faucet to go there. And this will allow us to make metal. So our next quest is, or our next sort of objective is to get hold of metals. And there is actually a quest. Is it here? No, it is in Learning to Skyblock, and it is a metallic collection. It tells me to get iron fragments and turn them into iron gravel, and from there go onwards. So I turn them into iron gravel by putting them in 4x4, and the next thing it's going to ask me to do is turn them into dust. I'm going to turn them into gravel fragments, turn them into sand, and then turn them into dust powder and turn them into dust. So for that I need my stone hammer, freshly made stone hammer. And the reason you do this rather than just smelting the gravel, because you can just smelt the gravel, is as you can see I got some extra. I got some sand, I got some extra sand, so now I have 1 extra iron. So instead of coming away with 5 iron, or should I say, putting it through the smeltery 10 iron ingots, I've come away with 12. And this time round I'm going to come away with 14 iron ingots. So this gives me 14 iron ingots, and also allows me to complete this quest, which gives me another 8 iron ingots. So that's why I've been doing a bit of grinding in the background, just to get everything all set up and ready, so that I can continue something reasonably quickly. In the meantime, I have some wood on me. I'm going to make another couple of chests. And once I get metal going, I can start advancing down the quest lines to get better storage and improving where things are and where things are built. And I can also continue, now that I've got some wood, on building my next layer. So this is going to be the top of my cargo hold. And it's going to go across from the top here, and that's going to be my first level of my ship. And I'm going to build up. The back curves nicely round to this. This is going to project out and become the aft castle, from which my doodle-doodle-doo is going to brain melt, doesn't work, oh well, from which my rudder's going to sit, or in this case weight stones. So Tinker's Toys. So the next thing I have to do is either grow slime and get slime balls, which is what I'm doing at the moment, or I have to make myself a cast to get iron ingots. Now to make a cast you can either use gold or aluminium brass. So I've got some aluminium and I've got some tin, and I'm pretty sure that's how I make aluminium brass. I'll just check quickly. Aluminium brass is a mixture of aluminium and copper. Okay, so we have some copper. So again, this is how sort of the metal progression goes from now on, or for the meantime. Later on I'll get a auto packager which will automatically package things up for me, and I will also get a hammerer which will automatically hammer things. And it's actually really good to set up multiple hammerers and multiple auto packagers all at once to get things going, so that you can get things down into dust. at the beginning of the game, they're not going to be expensive to make, the hammers and the auto packages, once you have metal production started, and they'll give you a big boost in how much metal you're going to be getting. So I didn't get any extra blocks of metal from that, but I did get some extra little bits which I can use later on to increase my output of metal. So the way I make aluminium brass is I throw these into the smeltery, they'll melt down, and some of it will turn into aluminium brass. They gave me an ingot, and how do I make an ingot cast? They actually gave me aluminium brass ingots, so I could have melted those down and made some aluminium brass using those, but I'm going to make it using this anyway. You can watch it melt down, it gets ticked up and then melts and mixes. You have to be a little bit careful because the mixes can sometimes be a little bit obscure and sometimes you'll randomly get mixes you want. So in the meantime, let's work on the next one. So I need a cobblestone. I've got some of that. I need to make some wooden panels. So this is for Agricraft, and this is this. I need to make a seed analyzer and an agricultural journal. So the seed analyzer is reasonably easy to make. We go like that, I believe, and there's our seed analyzer. The Agricraft journal. Oh, what button am I pushing? There we go. Usually this is given to you free, but I need crops and seeds surrounding a book and quill. So I need ink, a feather, and a book. That's going to take a little bit longer. But in the meantime, I can actually use this to analyze my seeds over on what is going to continue to be called Function Island. So if I pop this down here, I can actually take seeds and I can run them through my analyzer. And the way Agricraft works is seeds have a certain value to them. You can see these are 111 seeds. And the better a seed is, the more reward you get for growing it. The faster it will grow, and the better chance of getting extra harvest from it. If you have a seed that is 10-10-10, then it will grow quickly, and its harvest will be the equivalent of 4 normal 111 seeds. So you'll get 4 pieces of wheat or 4 pieces of whatever you're growing out of it, which can be very, very useful. 16, and we'll make that into toast sandwiches. There we go, 8 more toast sandwiches to keep me going. Moss can go away. You two can come over here into this chest over here, because this is where I'm going to be storing my kind of ready-to-use minerals and things. So I need an Agricraft journal, which needs a book and a quill, which is going to be a little bit harder to get hold of. So it wants me to build a stone planter as well. That shouldn't be too difficult, because we know how to build those machines. In this case, we are going to need a hoe and a generator, and then surround it with cooked stone. And that is our planter, and we can claim an upgrade. A cobblestone upgrade, or a stone upgrade, is redstone and stone, and you pop it into here and it increases the range. So if I pop that into there, the range is increased to 5, and if I get my dirt out, I can now do this. Now if I pop that, it should... Oh, it needs an axe, and my axe is almost full. Excellent. So there we go, it's planted additional trees. If I put some more dirt on the other side, because it's going round clockwise when facing the north. There we go. So those trees can now grow and will produce for me saplings. And what I'm going to do with my saplings is, of course, I'm going to make dirt. So I'll get that on the go in the meantime, because I don't actually need all of this making mossy cobble. So you 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That's 4 more dirt on the go. I'm doing a lot of things manually to start with, because I want to, because I wanted to make sure that you guys were seeing the progression of Agrarian Skies 2 in this case, Agrarian Skies 2.